What causes missing drivers during OS USB installation? Have you ever faced the frustrating issue of missing drivers while installing an operating system from a USB drive? You're not alone, and today we will uncover the reasons behind this common problem. When you attempt to install an operating system, the installer needs to communicate with your computer's hardware. If it cannot do this, you may see messages indicating that drivers are missing. One major reason for this is the absence of necessary storage controller drivers. These drivers are essential for the operating system to recognize your hard drive or solid-state drive. If the installer does not have the right drivers, it simply cannot detect your storage devices. Another factor to consider is the configuration of your basic input-output system or Unified Extensible Firmware Interface settings. If your settings are not correct, it can lead to compatibility issues. For instance, if the BIOS is set to RAID mode but the installer lacks RAID drivers, the hard drive will not be recognized. Adjusting settings like secure boot or legacy support can sometimes resolve these issues. You should also check the USB drive and the ports you are using. If the USB drive is faulty, or if you are using a USB port that does not support the necessary protocols, the installer may fail to load the required drivers. Switching from a USB 3.0 port to a USB 2.0 port can sometimes make a difference. Corruption in the installation media can also lead to missing drivers. If the ISO image used to create the bootable USB is damaged, or if the creation process was not done correctly, essential drivers might be missing. Always ensure that you are using a verified ISO image and a reliable tool to create your bootable USB. Another aspect to keep in mind is driver signature enforcement. Some systems requiring that drivers be signed. If your installation media contains unsigned drivers or if signature enforcement is enabled, the installer may reject those drivers, leading to errors. To resolve missing driver issues, start by verifying your BIOS or Unified Extensible Firmware Interface settings. Disabling secure boot or enabling legacy support can help. You can also download the necessary storage controller drivers from the manufacturer's website and load them during installation. If you suspect hardware issues, try different USB ports or even a different USB drive. Lastly, recreate your bootable USB using a verified ISO image and follow recommended procedures to ensure everything is set up correctly. Understanding these causes can help you troubleshoot effectively. Different operating systems handle driver inclusion differently. For example, Windows may requiring specific drivers for certain storage configurations, while many Linux distributions come with a wider range of drivers by default. This knowledge can guide you in preparing your installation media and addressing driver-related issues during the setup process.